Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and iOS 12.2 Beta 3 has been out for a few days. I've been using it on my iPhone XS Max and wanted to talk about how it's been for me and also how it's been for you in the YouTube community poll that I did. So quite a few of you responded, so I really appreciate that. And I did want to do more videos outside like many of you enjoyed the last time. Unfortunately, the weather here has been horrible, so I'll be sure to do more of those in the future, but right now it's just too rainy and it's not very nice outside. So once it is, I'll do some more of that. Now, as far as this particular beta goes, it has been quite good for me. I haven't had a single crash. I haven't had it actually slow down. I haven't had the settings screen lock up. I actually haven't had a single problem whatsoever. Battery life for me personally has been pretty good. It's definitely better than iOS 12.1.4 in my experience, and about the same or a little bit better than better than the previous beta. So these are the last few days where the beta is. You'll see 4 hours and 36 minutes. Google Photos was doing some background backup, things like that. So that was taking more time or battery power, but I'm averaging about 3 hours to 4 hours of screen on time with about 50% battery life left. So at about 5 or 6 p.m. I'll have 50% battery life left, and we'll have had 3 to 4 hours of usage depending on that day. So you'll see it varies greatly depending on the day, but it's been pretty good for me. You'll see right now I haven't had this on the charger all day. I'm at 57%, and I've used it about 3 hours total. I've been using my iPad a lot today, so I've been using this about 3 hours total, and I have almost 60%. So I'd say it's pretty good as far as that goes. Like I said, I've had no lockups, and one thing a couple people mentioned to me is that the actual voice memos may sound better when you send them within text. So let me show you what I mean. So if you're in a text message and you hold the microphone button and then you start recording that conversation and then you send it off to the next person, they may hear it in a little bit better quality. I don't know if the bit rate is higher or they turned up some of the noise canceling, but it sounds a little bit different. A couple people have mentioned that. I tried it myself and I did notice a difference. I wouldn't say it's a huge difference, but there's definitely a difference. There's also some changes to Safari that I didn't mention when it comes to tracking prevention. So that's more of a privacy thing. It also carries over to the latest beta version of Mojave on the Mac. So they've enabled some better tracking prevention. That means if you're on a site like Facebook that regularly may track some of your information, and then you go to the next website, they sort of block that from site to site, so they're not tracking you if you turn on Do Not Track and things like that. So it's been good for me. I have no complaints. Apps seem good. I have no problems opening things like camera. No issues whatsoever. But I read all of your comments on the YouTube community poll, and let me refresh it right now. You'll see I ran it 12 hours ago. It has 4.6K votes or 4,600 votes or so, and 24% of you said it's great. 4% said terrible. This number is normally 5 to 7%, so this is pretty good. 7% said okay, but some bugs. 57% said I don't install betas, and 8% said I'm waiting for a jailbreak. So that's pretty good. Like I said, I've read every single one of these. So let's go down to the bottom here, and we'll go through a few of them. Now, most of you, with the exception of a couple people, said that battery was improved. So that's a good sign. Most people said it was improved. And many people said iPhone 8 is actually doing better than before. And I see this over and over and over again. There was one person in here that said something about their audio not working properly or their speaker, and they had to reboot in order to get sound back. So I don't know if that was just alarms or something, but you'll see here, all good on my XR. Wi-Fi seems to be much improved. So far, so good. So that's good. They did update the modem and the carrier updates as well, so that hopefully is a little better. I haven't had any Wi-Fi or LTE problems since the update. This person says, I don't see any software update on my iPhone 6. It's not available to the public. This is for developers or public beta testers only, and not really recommended unless you have an extra device to try it out on. If it's on your main device, it could crash and cause all sorts of problems, although it's been pretty good so far. Oh, this is the one. Just woke up and all my sound system or my sound system-wide wasn't working, had to reboot. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Great on my iPhone 7, had bad battery on beta 2, so went back to beta or 12.1.4, and now beta 3 is doing a lot better. On battery, it's smooth and apps open quick. Some people are saying it has better RAM management, so more apps will not reload when you switch over. I bought an iPhone 10 2 weeks ago, and then I looked into battery capacity. Now it's down to 99% maximum capacity. I can't believe it. I would completely ignore this. That's just something that unfortunately is there. It's nothing to worry about. I just wouldn't even look at it, to be honest. Really great on my iPhone XS. Phone feels really snappy and smooth. Battery life is great as well. I have 96% battery capacity. I've noticed an improvement in battery life on 8 Plus. Glad to have the date back on the lock screen. I didn't think I'd miss that as much as I did, but that date on the lock screen here definitely makes a difference to me. So having it there is definitely important, especially alarms. Those weren't showing up as well. That's fixed now. This beta was amazing. Performance and memory management has become so much better, and better battery life too. I did notice a few Wi-Fi glitches though on iPhone 8. P.S. Get rid of I don't install betas. It doesn't really help. That's for other people to participate and to see how many people actually use the betas that are actually responding to the polls. This beta is great. My cellular issues are completely resolved since beta 2. Beta 3 now feels even more polished. Battery life has improved over beta 2. Good job, Apple. Let's take a look at 2 more. Been quite smooth on my spare iPhone 5S. Better battery as well. 12.2 calls failing left and right. Haven't had a call drop on beta 3. Battery is great, and the date is back on my lock screen. Good for me. And this one where it says home screen, I can't get it to rotate. The home screen doesn't rotate on anything other than the Plus devices, not even the XS Max. It won't rotate on this one. It will only rotate on things like the 6 Plus, 6S Plus, those sorts of phones. So you won't get that. So thanks for everyone who participated and commented. Hopefully we see a final release in a few weeks. I'm assuming, and I may be completely wrong, that they're going to release it sometime around March 25th, as that's when the Apple event supposedly is going to take place. So we may see a beta on the 25th or 26th, or they may push it to 2 weeks again like they did this time and push it on the 5th and then the 19th and the final this week. It's hard to say. They could push out the final earlier and then put another iteration later on. We just don't know at this point. Hopefully we get a little more information this coming week. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.